10 strange military vehicles of World War II. Number 1. Rhino Heavy Armored Car. Rhino was an armored car designed in Australia during the Second World War. Due to enemy action and design problems, the project never got beyond a prototype stage. The vehicle was completed by a welded turret with 30mm all-round protection similar in design to that of the Crusader tank. The armament consisted of a QF 2-pounder Mk9 gun and a coaxial .303-inch Vickers machine gun. Number 2. Fox Armored Car. The Fox Armored Car was a wheeled armored fighting vehicle produced by Canada in the Second World War. Built by General Motors, Canada, based on the British Humber armored car hull on a CMP chassis. The turret was manually traversed and fitted with 0.303 and 0.50 in machine guns. The four-man crew consisted of the vehicle commander, the driver, a gunner, and a wireless operator. 1,506 vehicles were manufactured. Number 3. Humber LRC Mk3A. The Humber Light Reconnaissance Car, also known as Humber-Et or Ironside, was a British armoured car produced during the Second World War. The car based on the Humber Super Snipe chassis, as was the 4x4 Humber heavy utility car. It was equipped with a number 19 radio set. From 1940 to 1943 over 3,600 units were built. Number 4. Canadian GM Mark I. Also known as Otter Light Reconnaissance Car, was a light armoured car produced by Canada during the Second World War for British and Commonwealth. The Otter was based on the Chevrolet C-15 Canadian military pattern truck chassis and used many standard GM components. The armament consisted of a hull-mounted Boys anti-tank rifle and a Bren light machine gun in a small open-top turret. Although it used a more powerful engine than the Humber, it was larger and heavier, by a ton. Overall performance was less than the Humber. Number 5. BA-64. The BA-64 was a 4x4 light armored car, employed by the Soviet Army from 1942 into the early 1960s for reconnaissance and liaison tasks. The BA-64B was nicknamed Bobik by its crews. The total recorded number of BA-64s produced differs even in Russian sources. The most frequently stated figures are 9,110 vehicles which were built in the Gaz automobile plant. Number 6. Standard Biberette. Standard Car 4x2, or Car Armoured Light Standard, better known as the Biberette, was a British armoured car produced during World War II. Number 7. S1 Scout Car. This armoured car produced in Australia for the United States Army during the Second World War. The vehicle was based on a Ford F-15 4x2 chassis. A single 4x4 vehicle was built. The open-topped armoured hull was similar to that of the M3 Scout car. The armament consisted of 1.50-inch heavy machine gun and 2.30-inch machine guns on skate rails, operated by the crew of 5. Number 8. C-15TA Armoured Truck. The C-15TA armoured truck was an armoured load carrier produced by Canada during the Second World War. It was developed from the Otter Light Reconnaissance Car by General Motors Canada along a concept lines of the American M3 Scout car. The vehicle used the chassis of the Chevrolet C-15 Canadian military pattern truck design. Number 9. 39M Saba. The 39M Saba was an armoured scout car produced for the Royal Hungarian Army during World War II. The vehicle had a 20mm cannon and an 8mm machine gun fixed on a centrally mounted turret, with 9mm armoured plating. The vehicle was also equipped with a detachable 8mm light machine gun fired through the rear hatch in the anti-aircraft role. The crew could dismount and carry this MG when conducting reconnaissance on foot. It also had 2 driving positions, one at the front as normal, and an additional one at the rear. Number 10. T-27 Armoured Car. The T-27 armoured car was a prototype armoured car developed for the United States Army in 1944 by the Studebaker Corporation. The T-27 was an 8-wheeled vehicle, with the first, second, and fourth pairs of wheels being powered. With a crew of 4, The T-27 was armed with 2.30 caliber machine guns and a 37mm cannon. Powered by a Cadillac gasoline 8-cylinder engine, two T-27s were produced in 1944.